Don't forget to enter our Amazon gift card giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber, like and comment. Hey guys, before we start with this video, I just want to thank you all for the support you've shown to the channel. We are less than 4,000 away from 100,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. In this video, we're going to talk about Jon Snow's fate in the final episode of Game of Thrones, supportive village leaks, and of course a few predictions of mine. Everyone talks about Jon killing Dany, and unfortunately that's what we are going to get and see. Dany became the Mad Queen, much to my disappointment, especially because there was no real build-up for this moment, and Jon will have to stop her. What Dany just did in episode 5 is what her father wanted to do before Jaime stopped him, burn everything and everyone down in King's Landing. Dany did not have any reason whatsoever to burn down the capital. The bells rang, enemy armies surrendered, and all she had to do was march her armies on the Red Keep, kill Cersei and take the city, without any additional killing, simple as that. However, Dany decided to unleash fire and blood, and kill all the Lannister soldiers including all the innocent people. Her armies followed her lead, and started slaughtering all the women and children, except for Jon Snow who tried to prevent the battle on the ground. Dany is after all the Mad Queen and I guess the final villain of the story. When the bells rang and when they broke Dany, she had her eyes locked on the Red Keep, and we all expected Dany to go and kill Cersei by burning down the Red Keep. But no, the Red Keep was the last thing she burned down. She only went to attack the Red Keep after she was done with burning the entire city, street by street, building by building. There's no excuse for any of this, and Dany should never have done this, and as much as I like Dany, she has to die now, and Jon knows it. Perhaps that's why he was resurrected, to stop Dany the Mad Queen. The season 8 finale will start with Jon, Davos and Tyrion walking through the aftermath of Dany's attack on King's Landing. Leaked plot says they will find Grey Worm and his men, who have Lannister soldiers trapped, and they're about to kill them. Jon tries to tell Grey Worm to stop. Grey Worm tells Jon that it's the Queen's order. Jon and Tyrion are upset. At some point, Dany is walking down the stairs and Jon sees her, and the dragon is behind her, and it looks like she has giant dragon wings. Then they cut to Dany giving a speech, pretty much saying how she freed the people from King's Landing, and the new goal is freeing the rest of the world. Dany turns to Tyrion and tells him he committed a treason. Tyrion tells her that she killed thousands of innocent people, and he takes off the handspan and throws it. Dany sends him to prison. At this point, both Jon and Tyrion realize Varys was right all along. The coin did not land well for this Targaryen queen, and Tyrion will tell Jon he's got to kill her. It says Tyrion tries to convince Jon to turn on Dany. His family will never be safe, because it threatens Dany's legitimacy. I suppose Tyrion will tell Jon about conversation he had with Dany at Dragonstone in the beginning of episode 5, the one about Sansa and how Dany sees her as a traitor, and the one plotting to overthrow her. In her mind, Sansa is the reason Varys betrayed her, and she's the reason her claim is threatened. Basically, Tyrion says to Jon to kill Dany, not only to save him, but to save his family. Jon is convinced by Tyrion that his family will never be safe, because he represents a threat to her rule. At this point, Jon's got no choice but to kill the woman he loves. That's Dany's betrayal for love, and that's how this show will end. The show unfortunately made Dany the Mad Queen, and they did it in one single episode. Varys did warn Jon he thinks Dany is going mad, and Jon saw it himself in the Battle of King's Landing. Tyrion will probably say the same thing to Jon in the next episode, and beside that he will also probably tell him to stop her. To be fair, Jon already saw for himself that Dany must be stopped, now that she's killed a couple hundreds of thousands small folk. Jon tried to stop his armies from killing enemy armies. Jon killed his own man who tried to force himself on a girl during the Battle of King's Landing. How do you think he'll react to the fact that Dany just burned the entire King's Landing, and allowed her armies to brutally slay women and children? King's Landing's got a population of 1 million people. If not the vast majority of this number, then at least the half Dany just burned alive. Jon already knows that he's got to stop Dany, and Tyrion telling him how Dany sees her family, especially Sansa, as traitors who are plotting behind her back. Jon will only be convinced that he's got to do it, that he's got to stop Dany's madness, no matter the cost, no matter the fact that she's a woman he loves. The leaked plot says Jon goes to see her and she's sitting on the Iron Throne alone, and Jon tells her that she needs to stop this madness, and that Grey Worm killed the Lannister's army from the previous scene. Then he tells Jon that she's doing it for the people. Jon pretends to understand. When her guard is down, he stabs her. There was one leaked photo from over a year ago, where everyone thought it was Jon stabbing Dany, but by the time all of us forgot about it. This photo could very well be the Jon stabs Dany scene. Costumes fit their current costumes, and the floor seems to be covered in ash, much like the throne room is. Anyways, after Jon kills Dany, it says that Drogon comes and stands over her body, and burns the Iron Throne and carries her away. I don't understand why Drogon doesn't burn Jon. Yes, Jon is a Targaryen, but Dany was his mother, and Jon killed her. The leak then continues by saying that Jon then surrenders to the Unsullied, and Grey Worm has him and Tyrion as his prisoners, demanding justice before he takes the Unsullied and the Dothraki and leaves for Essos to fulfill his queen's last wish, freeing people all over the world from chains. Once again, why don't Grey Worm, the Unsullied, or the Dothraki kill Jon? He just killed their queen, and they're putting him on some kind of a trial? Unfortunately, if you watched my last video, this leak is 100% legit, so I'm not questioning whether it's true. I'm just trying to find logic in all of this, but then again I might be a fool for trying, because the finale is after all written by David and Dan. So basically, instead of killing Jon on sight and raging revenge all over Westeros, Dany's armies demand fair trial before packing up and leaving. I get it, they're going back to Essos to do what Dany imagined to do with them before she was killed, but would not they at least seek some kind of revenge before doing so? Anyways, Grey Worm has Tyrion and Jon as his prisoners. The council, led by Sansa, tells Grey Worm to release Jon back to them, but he refuses. Tyrion is in front of the council, and as a prisoner of Grey Worm he's not making decision. He's content with being a prisoner, he makes suggestions only. That's when Tyrion says that the new king or queen should decide what happens to Jon. Sam suggests a democratic vote for the new king. Tyrion calls that idea stupid. The council votes and decides Bran should be the king. Bran picks Tyrion as his hand. After this is said and done, still cannot believe Bran becomes the king by the vote, the same kid who refused to be Lord of Winterfell because I'm the three-eyed raven now. Then they will make a decision about Jon's fate. Tyrion tells Jon that his punishment is going back to the Wall and join the Night's Watch. Tyrion said Grey Worm wanted him dead, and Sansa wanted him back home, so nobody's getting what they want. It's a fair compromise. Once again, no logic in writing whatsoever. Why is there even need for the Night's Watch, when the Wall is broken and the Night King defeated? Grey Worm accepts Jon's punishment. He doesn't bend the knee, leaves with his troops and the Dothraki on ships to free slave cities. They show Tyrion leading the council. Before leaving for the Wall, Jon has one last scene with his family. Jon says goodbye to Sansa and Arya. Arya tells them she's not going back home. She's going to explore whatever is west of Westeros because there's where no one has been. The final scene is a closing montage. You see Arya on a ship, Sansa ruling Winterfell and Jon go Stormwind and a bunch of wildlings leaving the Wall and heading north. The end of Game of Thrones. What was the point of the entire "The Lone Wolf Dies but the Pack Survives" line from Season 7? Bran's at King's Landing, Sansa and Winterfell, Arya leaves Westeros and Jon goes beyond the Wall. All of them now are the Lone Wolves. At least it says Jon leaves the Wall and goes with Tormund and goes north. At least Jon figures out his punishment to join the Night's Watch was dumb, as there's no Night's Watch, nor is there any need for them, so he leaves it and goes beyond the Wall. I also find it ridiculous that Bran would be chosen as the new king. It says that Tyrion gives a speech before Bran is voted for a king, so I guess it's Tyrion's speech that makes everyone vote for Bran. But come on, would they all really vote for him? If there was any good writing left, the answer would be no. Jon might have killed Dany, but that doesn't matter. He's their rightful king. For all they know, Dany usurped the throne, and Jon had to kill her to take what's his by his right. They would all vote for Jon Snow to be their king. Once again, I'm not saying the leak is fake because it definitely is not. It's legit. But the ending is so ridiculous and disappointing to me that I cannot get over it. All the High Lords that are going to arrive in King's Landing during episode 6, from Robin Arryn to the new Prince of Dorne, most will come to support Jon's claim. Varys informed everyone of big importance that Jon is the true heir, and they're coming to support him, only to then vote for Bran instead of Jon to be the new king? Madness. Madness and stupidity. The so very long awaited bittersweet ending is Jon killing Dany, and going beyond the Wall while Bran Stark is democratically chosen as the new king of the Seven Kingdoms. Is it bitter that Jon kills Dany, or is it bitter that Bran becomes the king? I'm really not sure. What exactly is sweet about this ending? I honestly got no idea. I guess it's going to be nice to see Jon reuniting with Ghost, and giving him the proper pet he deserves. There you have it guys, Jon Snow's fate in the Game of Thrones finale. At the beginning of an episode, Jon will oversee the horrors Dany has done to King's Landing, and realize he's got to stop her. Then Tyrion will reveal to Jon how Dany sees his family as traitors, and will likely kill them as soon as she gets the chance, convincing him that he's got to kill Dany. Jon will then go to the throne room and kill her. After this, Jon will be imprisoned, and his fate will be decided by the new king Bran Stark. Jon's punishment is going to the Wall. Taking Black is what makes him no longer a legitimate heir to the throne. However, that's not where Jon will stay for long, as he will only reunite with Tormund and Ghost at the wall, and then go with them north beyond the wall. That's how Jon's story ends. Please let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section down below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.